Alright, we're starting out with 20 RDLs. The RDLs, the Romanian deadlift, which means we're very strict. Not a lot of knee bend, not doing a squat here. It's the hips pulling way back and up, trying to find tension in your upper hamstring, your glute muscles, your piriformis. We're trying to loosen up all that tight restrictive tissue. We're tapping and going. We're not setting the bell down all the way. Sometimes even slowing this down, doing a slow 10 is better than 20. Really focus on the negative. The negative is bringing the bell to the ground, maybe even not even going that deep, because we want to engage the front of the body, the hip flexors, front of the quads, using that front of the body to pull us down, and that's going to help stretch the back of the body. We're going to pretty much repeat this with a B stance, single leg RDL. So we're working that left side, 10 each side. The B stance is very close. Allows you to put 60 to 80% of your weight on the front leg. Definitely want more weight on that front leg. Focus on the arch of the foot here. I'm doing this in socks. You want to do it barefoot or in socks so you can feel the ground. You can see it from the other angle. Focusing solely on the front leg. And this could build up to us kicking that back leg out. We're going to do that next after we've done 10 on each side. We're going to do 5 single leg RDLs with the leg floated, the back leg floated. This one's always a struggle for me, and this one's a good diagnostic tool. You'll notice which side is weaker, which side you have less balance on. After you're doing your quick drill like this, you can come back later, really focus on that weak side. Pull that back leg out. Don't let it go off to the side. Don't let it scroll behind you. Make sure it's going straight back. It's very easy for it to flop across your body, across midline. Keep it in its plane. The rest of the body's really stiff. Try to control that. If the weight's too heavy, maybe just do this without weight. And the arms just out there for balance. Again, we're working all that tight tissue in the back of the leg. Really connecting that whole chain from the foot all the way up the leg. Adductors are working a lot here. The core is going to be working a lot. Gluing one side of the body, balancing on one leg. This is going to be challenging, and the better you hold that length in your spine, the more challenging it will become. Now we get into a longer lunge stance, allowing some knee bend now. So we're doing 10 of these. Essentially, one-legged squat, doing lunges. We're really focusing on everything the RDL just taught us, which is the hip hinging back. We're keeping that hip hinging back the whole time, but now we're allowing the knee to help out and bend as well. So that kettlebell's just in front of the other leg. You'll notice I kind of mess up here. I don't take a long enough stride. I take a little too wide. I stand it on the railroad tracks. You don't want to be on a balance beam, but you don't want to be too wide either. Get that knee lined up with the kettlebell. There we go. And you'll get it after a few tries. Everything lines up nicely. Figure out how long of a stride you have to take. Just focus on the forward leg. Right leg, right hip hinging back. Initiate the motion in the hip. Let the knee follow secondary to that. Alright, now we're going to kind of get ballistic with it. So we're doing that lunge, swing the kettlebell up for a squat, passing it through the opposite leg. We don't want a lot of butt wink with this squat. You can see I'm pulling the hips way back, or just trying to. Most of these are pretty good. I'm seeing some butt wink a few times, but we're trying to keep the hips pulling back. The butt wink is when the pelvis tucks underneath and that lumbar spine flexes too much. So carry through with what the RDL taught you, which is to hinge the hips way back, find that stretch in the back of the hips, and find the engagement in the front of the hips. Something like you have to fold over your hips. Really engage those hip flexors.